Hi everyone and welcome back. I just thought I'd give you a rundown of the standard features on the Ryker Rally, my 2021 model. Here you have the two pod LED lights here at the front, the running lights. They run LED lights. There's two of those, look quite cool. We have two halogen headlamps at the front. They run a 55 watt halogen globe. They only work on high beam. The front fender integrated with LED lights here at the front, so they are always on both sides. Then we have the dual USB port, which is in the little glove box. I'll show you that a bit later. We also have the max mount structure. I'll just go around to the side here. The max mount structure you can see running across here. That's the max mount structure that the passenger seat and the passenger seat foot pegs come off. Is also standard on the Rally, not on the 600 or 900. We also have the reinforced alloy rims with Rally tyres on the side. You can see here, quite a beefy wheel and nice all-terrain tyres. We also have the Rally seat, which I have upgraded to the comfort seat. I'll go into more detail on that soon. We have the front grille protector, which is down the front here. You can see that just that bottom one, just the bottom one there is the front grille protector here. Okay, so it just stops any rocks or anything going in there and damaging that area, which I think is an absolute necessity as they're very low to the ground. We also, coming standard with this, is the skid plate, which is underneath. You've also, with the Rally, I don't know if you can see here, it might be a bit difficult, but just here you have the structural hand guards. They're like an alloy hand guard here. The other things on there are not standard, so it's just the alloy part of that hand guard that is standard. The mirrors also are like a small mirror that rotates 360 degrees, so you can move in any direction you like. We also have on this one the Rally mode. That's what makes the Rally so unique, is that it has several modes that you can choose to run the bike in: eco mode, sport mode, and Rally mode. Rally mode enables you to get on the dirt a little bit and obviously have a bit of fun spinning up the back tire. So the max load capacity on this Ryker is 204 kilos. Okay, so it carries quite a bit. I'm around 72 to 74 kilos myself. The storage glove box at the front, as I said before, has 7 litres storage capacity. It has a fuel capacity of 20 litres. Okay, so I'm putting in, at the moment, I'm putting in about $30 worth of premium fuel, depending on the pricing. The seat height is 24.2 inches off the ground. The ground clearance, which I said to you at the front with the radiator guard, is 4.4 inches. Dry weight is 285 kilograms. Then the standard display for all models, you'll see here, is the little 4.5 digital instrument display, 4.5 inch. It has a speedo, tacho, odometer. What else have we got? Trips A and B, distance to empty, engine lights, fuel gauge, a clock, and it also does the eco mode, sport mode, and Rally mode. Okay, so those things, as you can see on the back, there's a seat there that is not standard, nor are the grab rails. Okay, nor is the shad bag, which I'll go through. The thing that separates the Rally is all the added extras. So in some ways, I think it's worth the extra money to go up to the Rally, because you're getting a lot more for your money, and pretty much the bike's ready to roll out the door, pretty well protected and kitted up. Anyway, I'll come back to you with some of the other things I've put on it. Okay guys, I just wanted to go through what I have added to my Rally, and these are the things that I added straight from the dealership. So just keep in mind that these things are an option, an optional extra. So when you actually purchase the Rally, you can upgrade to a lot of these different accessories. And I do suggest that some of you think about very, very wisely about what you're going to use the motorcycle for, because it's just one of those things, if you don't think about it at the beginning. It could be an expensive fix later on down the line if you're intending to do a lot of stuff where you might go onto gravel roads and you're spitting up a lot of rocks and things like that. So the first thing you can see at the front here is the front grille aluminium skirts there. I purchased them as an added upgrade. So, and then you can see also the A-arm alloy protectors, which are down just there. Again, just to protect those front wishbones. I then got the handguard deflector kit, which is up here. You can see it's just that little plastic piece that goes on top of those alloy handguards. I know it seems like such a small thing, but man, does it make a big difference when you're riding in the cold mornings. I just don't get any wind on my hands, and I can wear summer gloves and not have that problem of my hands getting cold. So I definitely think that's worth the upgrade. Sorry, I get out of the sun a little bit there. There you have a gauge spoiler that comes in a little kit, very, very easy to clip on. It's just enough of a spoiler just to get a little bit of wind deflection. I don't have a screen. I'm not at this point in time wanting one. I quite like the feeling of the wind in my face with my open face modular helmet. So just enough to keep the sun off there so I can read the gauge quite easily. I went with the driver comfort seat. I don't know if you can see there, the driver comfort seat. I purely, because I just wanted to have the most comfortable seat I possibly could. Getting old, you know what I mean? So I just want to be able to ride each time and make sure that, you know, my tush is well looked after. I also got the passenger's comfort seat, which is again matching with the same red stitching, which is, I don't know, I've never been on it, but I'm hoping it's very, very comfortable. And then you can see I've also got the rear passenger backrest, purely because of safety. If I put my kids on there or anyone, I want them to be safe and secure, that they don't feel like they're going to flip off the back. Because when you twist and go on this with the automatic transmission and that 900cc triple, when it spins up, it's got a lot of low down torque. And I think if you didn't have that on the back and they weren't ready, they would get a rude shock or a very big surprise. With that, obviously with that max mount before came the rear footrests just there, okay? Now when you go into rally mode, you can't go into rally mode once you have a passenger. It's just not possible. So I think they're trying to save you and the passenger on that one. I also got the Ram X-Ring mobile phone, smartphone grip, okay, which goes onto the handlebars, as you can see there. That works awesome. That is really, really good. Heard a lot of people say their phones fall out of there. Well, I've been riding on this now for a few weeks and it has not moved. So I think it's fantastic. Also, I've got the Shad saddlebag support. You can see that arm coming off there. And then I have the Shad saddlebag. That's a great thing. Very, very versatile. Very, very easy to use. It's just press the button, flips up, unclick it, and down she goes. And you know, there's quite a bit of storage in there. Got your little elastic strap there if you need a retention. There's also a little bag there, but I'm using it with my camera gear at the moment. But yeah, there's a little bag that goes in there, completely makes it waterproof. Just clips shut, press the button down. Key lockable, so you can actually completely lock that with the key. So, which is awesome. Yeah, so I think if you're going to have one of these bikes, I think if you're going to travel around, you'd need to have some storage, definitely. I also opted for this, you can see here, there's like a knee pad that's like a soft, spongy feeling there, like a bit of foam. That's just in order to keep you know, when you're using your knees and creating a little bit of pressure against the frame of the bike, just relieves you of any discomfort that you might have. Again, getting old, guys. Also, I ordered the underbody skid plate, which is an aluminium one. The one that's under there at the moment is a plastic one. So the one I ordered was an aluminium one. It wasn't in time when I picked up the bike, but that's okay. I'm going to go back to the dealership at some point and they're going to fit it for me. Now guys, just what makes the Ryker for me a really viable option was purely just the idea of being on 3 wheels. So I want to go into more detail about that at another time, but you know, just starting the channel, I want to ease on into it, get used to talking on camera, so hopefully I'm not boring you to death. Anyway guys, I'll come back to you soon. Here we have the front suspension, which is a double wishbone with KYB high performance adjustable shocks. They've got roughly about 6.38 inches of travel. We also moved to have a look at, you can see a little bit closer down in there, there's a little bit of a red coloured sway bar. I opted for the upgrade of the sway bar just to make it a little bit stiffer. It's apparently meant to improve that by about 33%. I haven't ridden one with the original, so I'm not really sure. I gather over time I might meet someone who has the original and try it out. We also have here the front brakes, which I'll move in a little bit closer there. Hopefully you can see them. Those front brakes are a 270mm disc with Nissan 2-piston floating calipers, and they stop amazing. Okay, the rear brake is also a 220mm disc with a 1-piston floating caliper. But the unusual thing is here, as I come around, you'll see that there is only 1 foot brake on the Ryker, right here on this side. Okay, there's 1 foot brake, because if I come up to the handlebars, you'll see here, no levers. And coming onto the other side also, no levers. So there's no clutch, no brake, just a foot brake that operates all 3 wheels, and believe me, it brakes unbelievably. Okay, so here we come to the little reservoir here. This is for the rear suspension. This is a multi-link mono swing arm, which I'll take you around the other side to have a look, because this thing is beefy. And I'll run you along there to have a look at that. That thing is solid. It is rock solid. That is a big bit of engineering right there. And you can see the shop, again, the high performance KYB fully adjustable rear shock there. It has like I think 6.89 inches of travel. The remote reservoir on the other side has 4 position compression adjustable, dampening and preload adjustment. So you know, it really gives you that flexibility to customize the ride. And I know if you're carrying a passenger, it's so important to have this reservoir, purely because I'm able to adjust that little knob there. At the moment I'm running on 2 while I'm riding it just by myself, but if I'm with a passenger, I would probably put that closer to 3, maybe 4, depending on their weight. But it's definitely a great system, and it's fully adjustable, which I think is fantastic. The front tyres on the Ryker Rally are very different to the ones on the standard 600 and 900, because the Rally is considered, as the word would say, a bit of an off-road machine. So when I say off-road, it's very light off-roading, you know, like I'm on here at the moment. Gravel, grass, sand, loose dirt, things like that. But whereas the 600, 900 Ace, they use a more road biased tyre. The front tyres are a 145 60R 16-inch all-season tyre, okay, and again exclusive to the Rally. And the rear tyre is a 205 55 15-inch. I'll just come around so you can see that. It's a 15-inch all-season tyre as well. At the back there, running on those special Rally rims. They're all 3 rims are alloy, and they've all been reinforced in order to handle a little bit of fun off-road. Try and get that rear end slipping out a little bit. You'll notice that if you're watching from America or from other countries, there's a few different things we have here in Australia, which is those light pods I said to you before. In order to be compliant here in Australia, they have to have those light pods on there, so that the front lights are just used for high beam only. And then we also have on the back here that our indicators, which are normally integrated into the real taillights, I think in America, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. But on the side here, ours actually have to have another little pod that comes off with the LED indicators there as well. We also have to have a reverse light. So yeah, a lot of rules and regulations to follow, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, okay, I'll come back to you with some more things. In regards to the engine, it is a Rotax 900cc inline 3-cylinder, liquid cooled with electronic fuel injection and electronic throttle control. It produces about 82 horsepower, which is, I think, 58.3 foot-pounds of torque and 71 I think it's 79.1 Newton meters, which I think is great. I mean, especially, you couple that with the CVT automatic transmission, which is a real twist and go, and this thing is flying off the mark. It's very, very smooth. Very, very smooth. So enjoyable to ride. The safety and security on this bike is pretty state of the art as well. It has stability control system, traction control system, ABS, which is pretty much standard these days on everything. It has hill hold control and an anti-theft system, which is called DES, DESS, which is digitally encoded security system, which gives you a unique little key, which I'll come around and show you. A unique little key, which is like a little fob, little key fob here, that just pulls on and off like a ball. Quite unusual, but works amazing. Just click it on and then the bike will start. But without that key coded to this bike, you will not be able to get it started. Okay guys, just going to talk to you a little bit about the adjustability of the Ryker. One of the things that's really, really appealing is the adjustability. Just here you're flipping up this and little lever, and then now with the ability I'm able to move my handlebars, up to, I think that would be roughly about 5 inches. So there's 5 inches of travel of moving it. So you want it more sporty, move it to the front. If you want it more cruisy, just bring it back to towards you, so you're not having any strain there at all. Also, I forgot to mention that in Australia we have to have a hazard light, so that's another option that's been put on here in Australia to comply with our road rules. Also, coming down to the footrests here, the great thing about these is, again, completely fully adjustable. So I reckon you probably have at least, from there to there, so that probably 8 to 10 inches of travel. So basically they flip up, and from flipping up, I can slide them back and forth all the way, and then just lock them down, and then yeah, I'm done. So if you want to bring your feet closer to you, go for it. You want to have them further in front, you got that flexibility. Also, you can see here that this is the how you actually engage the gears. So basically the forward, it's in forward position at the moment, and then I bring it back to the rear, so that's reverse. There is a little bit of a false neutral, and then drive is forward again. So that's a great thing as well. So you can either reach down and use that with your hand, or you can use your foot. I've ordered another accessory which I'll go through later on and show you how that is when I add it on. Here we have the parking brake, which is like something that I think is a great idea because it's also lockable. So if someone tries to take the motorcycle, they're going to have to break through this. They're going to have to drill through that to get that to, be able to move the bike. So releasing that off now allows the bike to be moved, and you drive off with that. But then if you come to a halt, you come to a stop, you're still in drive, and you got to put that back on. Otherwise you'll have this annoying beep that's just going to keep going on and on and on until that parking brake. So it's great. It just stops you from being able to get off the bike and forgetting about it, because being an automatic transmission, a lot of people are not used to it. And we're going down again. I don't know if you can see that sway bar in there, that red one. Yeah, that's the one I upgraded to. So certain things, I'm going to testing out and see how they go over time. You can see down in there, there's the shaft drive, which is the black shaft there that drives right along through the back of the Ryker, through its mono swing arm into the back wheel there. And I just love that transmission. I think the CVT is awesome. Now there's a lot of guys online saying, it's very clunky when you first put it into gear. But guys, do yourself a favor, read the instruction book, the instruction manual that comes with the bike, because it very, very clearly says in there, allow the revs to get up to 1,850 revs, and you won't even feel that engagement. But if you go from 800 or 850 RPM and you smash that throttle, there's 1,000 RPM that's got to come in hard and fast, that's going to clunk, and you're going to hear that very savage clunk. That is what people don't like. But it does say in the manual, if you want to get rid of that, you have to basically get the revs up to 1,850, and then you won't feel it at all. The engagement is seamless. It's just beautiful. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it making the video for you, and it's an extremely fun thing to ride. I just love it. Anyway, we're going to go on lots of adventures, so hopefully you can come along with me and just see some of the great things that we can do. Okay, thanks very much for watching. See you next time. Remember, stay awesome and start living the dream.